Howdy, and welcome back to SciTrek, your sci-fi TV and movie channel.
Hello.
And of course, welcome back to SciFiSundays. Today, as I hope you know, is a fun day in nerddom.
Mm-hmm.
Happy Star Wars Day Eve, y'all.
Happy Star Wars Eve.
Grogu and Boba with the lightsaber, we're ready to fight. Come on. He's been summoned. Good morning and good evening, everybody. Hopefully, your Star Wars Day is going well.
Mm-hmm.
So far, it's a simple, fun one.
Under there. I
can imagine those people that wear stream for the entirety of the stream. I applaud the effort, but that will not be me anytime soon. That is for sure. Mm-hmm. We do have Melvin coming and hang out with us in a little bit. He had to go help with the pups. But we have Star Wars Day celebrations. As in, we're just going to talk Star Wars and have some fun with it, you know? Mm-hmm. One day is all Star Wars deserves at the moment. At the moment, though, I know, Peter, you're not a big animated person, right? If I remember correctly. They do have Maul Shadow Lord airing right now, which is supposed to be absolutely phenomenal. I have not heard a single bad word about it.
It's good.
And they're doing great in the animation side of things. Mm-hmm. I'm intrigued to see if we're going to get we've gotten Tales of the Jedi, Tales of the Sith, Tales of the Underworld. I'm intrigued if we're going to get Tales, not Tales of the Sith, it was Tales of the Empire, I believe. But anyway, no, maybe it was Tales of the Sith. I don't remember off the top of my head. Maybe we'll get another one tomorrow. Maybe we'll get another season of Visions tomorrow, like their anime / other, more like, I guess, the entire globe's different variations of animation they tend to display with everyone. A pork for everyone, please.
A pork.
But yeah, I don't know. I hope we get a little bit of a surprise drop. There's the man. Hello, Melvin. That actually hurt my throat. I'm gonna grab some water.
Typical. How are you doing, guys?
Anime's not a passion. Yeah, I can understand that, but not animated in general, right? You're not a big cartoon per se. Right? I think I remember that correctly. I don't know. Mm-hmm. It's been a dicey couple of years for Star Wars.
Yeah. They
have the chance now that Kathleen Kennedy is gone. Bob Iger is on the way out. Bob Iger's already gone as well. It is now succinctly a new regime. Is that new regime going to be good for Star Wars?
Another time.
Thursday.
Later in the week.
Thursday, we'll see it. For a little. I don't know if y'all noticed this week, but it's been one of mine and Melvin's favorite things that we've been playing around with. If y'all know, or if you've noticed our regular little SciTrek symbol in the corner, right? Until a moment ago.
Yeah, we've been having fun with that.
It was gold.
Ooh.
And we have a couple fun little outlines, you know. I don't know if folks recognized it, but on Friday, we had the Radical Wasteland up there, which was cool. And then yesterday we had Creatures and Cryptids.
Well, Thursday.
Yesterday as well. Yep.
Yeah.
We did it too for this time around.
I was tired.
We'll see y'all on Wednesday for that SciTrek move right there, you know. Sarah's already in the perfect spot for it. But for right now, it is Star Wars Day. And I don't know if y'all noticed. I don't know if we made a big enough deal about it.
Mm-hmm.
Sarah, you're Mon Mothma?
Yes.
And you know Chewbacca?
Of course.
That makes sense. If you're leading the rebellion, you would not know Chewbacca.
Yeah.
That was from Emerald City, right?
Yes. Yep. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
I love that. I'm sad I missed Comic-Con last year. First time in 7 years, which is kind of crazy. I guess second time technically. One of the years was COVID, but hell, you know.
Yeah.
Filoni's going to kill Star Wars for everyone that hasn't seen the animated cartoons. That I'm going to star. We're not going to bring that up just yet. I'm going to start and talk about that in a second because we have one thing we have not done yet. I know it's Star Wars Day. I know we're excited. But let's get Plo Koon and fly into what we've watched this week. Did that transition work?
Kind of.
I tried it.
Nice.
Sarah, what have you been watching this week?
Well, yesterday I watched Crime 101. It was okay. It wasn't as good as I thought it would be. It was all right.
Yeah.
Didn't hate it.
Felt.
What else have I watched? Well, of course, a lot of, Stanley Cup playoffs right now. So I've been watching a lot of that. And what else have I been watching? God, I don't even remember. I think I watched a couple episodes of Invincible, but I don't know if I've watched more since the last time we talked about this. But anyway, I think that's all I can think of. Now I'll think of like 5 things after you're not talking to me. But
well, of course, that's how it always works.
I need to catch up on Daredevil and Maul. I'm a couple episodes behind now.
Oh yeah, I forgot Daredevil. The one again, isn't it? It has a second season now, doesn't it?
Yep.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Another thing I've got to watch.
I did watch a little bit of baseball, but not last night.
Mariners taking defeat of the jaws of victory.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Our Seattle are unhappy this week.
So I'm glad I didn't watch it.
Whatchamacallit? Melvin, have you seen anything else besides, I guess, Daredevil or anything? Did you watch?
No, I mean, I haven't watched Daredevil season 2 yet, so I got to watch that. I haven't really done anything with Disney stuff or watched any Disney stuff for a while, so for at least a couple of months. But I mean, the only thing I've really watched in the last week is Monarch.
Yes, of course. Steve, of course, been watching Miami F1 Grand Prix at the moment. Alice in Borderlands.
Steve, how you doing?
Alice in Borderlands.
I know what it is. I just can't think of it off the top of my head. That's right. Is it Korean? Tokyo. No, it's Japanese. Excuse me. Alice in Borderland. Okay, it's a Netflix project. That's why I recognize it.
Mm-hmm. Hello.
Widow's Bay plus some other stuff, and of course Maul. Am I blind? Where is it? There's Peter saying that. Watching The Boys season 4, someone spiked the writer's Coke supply. Yeah. Freaking Soldier Boy keeps talking about, hey, well, it was different back in like the 60s and the 80s and whatever time period he's talking about. And it seems like the writers room may have gone back to the 60s and 80s just a little bit for this season. It's interesting. Before I dive into some boys, y'all seen anything else this week? Have you?
Farscape, of course. That's what it is.
So close.
We're almost done.
That about it, though?
Yeah, that's pretty much what it.
Okay, well, Melvin got me on a new anime, which
not my fault.
Diaries.
Is this why the dragon topic is being
No, that's just Creation Encrypted. That's just another, like science fiction or science fact kind of idea.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try it.
Yeah. Watched, of course, Monarch. Finished Monarch with Melvin on Creatures and Cryptids, and that was great. Sarah and I, we did Farscape's on, and those were 2 interesting episodes. They were both decent, at least. And we're right there in the tail end.
Mm-hmm.
Besides that, of course, no Invincible this week because it ended the week before, but there was, and I haven't watched Maul yet because that's all going to be binging tomorrow, which we'll hang out and watch on Star Wars Day, y'all. But Apothecary Diaries, the anime from Melvin, I did. Oh, of course. Yeah, Daredevil Born Again and The Boys. I was like, what about the scheduled things this week? Those two are scheduled. Those two. And Daredevil was really good this week. The Boys, it made up for the crappy week before. The crappy week before was one of the worst episodes The Boys has ever had. And it would have been perfectly fine in a season 1, but not a season 5 when you're 4 episodes away from finishing a series. That last episode when Firecracker, spoiler, I don't know that the metaphor I was about to say I don't think worked very well. I think it just sounded bad. When Firecracker cracked, I guess I was looking for a fun alliteration there. That was necessary in a lot of ways, and it was good. It was good to see. Not good to see, obviously, but it was in the Boys' terminology of things. But it was good to see story-wise, and I'm surprised that this season's gone the way it has, and I feel like they're going to be killing people off every episode now, which I'm excited about. The Boys needed to do that. It's a show that needs to do that. Besides that, though, Apothecary Diaries anime-wise, like Melvin and I were talking about, I did, before 2 of my roommates moved out 2 days ago, we were watching a couple animes that were only had a few episodes out this week, so got to finish up and catch up to Witch Hat Atelier and Demons of the Shadow Realm, which those are both fun. And then been watching a little Goblin Slayer. So I guess it's been much more anime focused the last couple weeks. I haven't. I feel like I went to the movie theater. Did I talk about One Spoon of Chocolate last week? I did not, because that was the movie I went to go see this week. That's where my brain kind of went off. The One Spoon of Chocolate, if y'all have the chance to see it, it is actually a really good action movie with Shameik Moore, the guy that voices Miles Morales in the Spider-Verse films. Mm-hmm. Good actor. The first 10-15 minutes, a little bit of a spoiler alert. It will make it where you either want to go see the movie or not, necessarily, probably from how I'm about to say it, but the first about 10, 12 minutes, 15 minutes of that film, I was extremely uncomfortable. I went into a Monday mystery movie thinking it was going to be like Mortal Kombat or one of the movies that came out this weekend, you know? It's like, okay, it's going to be rated R, roughly 2 hours. It can only be so many movies. Went to the mystery movie. It was One Spoon of Chocolate. And the first 15 minutes, spoiler alert, sorry, depicts kind of a modern day lynching. And I was like, oh, I don't know if this is the movie I meant to go see on a Monday evening. It's it's based remotely off a true story, remotely, I guess, but especially the kind of the early stuff is. Then presented by Quentin Tarantino pops up on the screen. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sit down in my seat. I'm not gonna leave just yet. This is not the light Monday evening fare I was hoping for, but it was an interesting action movie that, of course, had a bunch of like modern undertones and just undertones that have been prevalent for a long time. But it was really good. It was interesting, not amazing, but it was a really solid film.
Interesting title.
Yeah, One Spoon of Chocolate. I keep thinking it's One Spoonful of Chocolate, but it's just One Spoon of Chocolate, which, of course, is only. It's said twice in the film, and it really only comes from one scene. But that one scene, while being simple, is great. And it's also directed by RZA. And RZA, are y'all familiar with RZA? He's more y'all's era. Mr. Leader of the Wu-Tang Clan himself. Written, directed, composed by... I love RZA. Have y'all seen Nobody, right?
I started watching it. I didn't see all of it.
Okay.
But that's the one with
Bob Odenkirk?
Bob Odenkirk in it, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Do you remember the guy that plays his brother in there?
No.
Or brother, you know?
Yeah. No, I don't.
Kind of adopted brothers. That's the guy that plays Harry in there is RZA, the guy that directed and wrote.
I'm sure if I saw a picture of him, and I've heard the name before, but I'm just not connecting the image with the name. Yeah.
Yeah. Tarantino has a great eye for some obscure films. Yeah, this is one of the more obscure ones in the Yorkshire over here, Steve was saying, watch Small Shadow Lord, Attack of the Clones, For All Mankind, and The Boys. Ooh, that's a good week of TV watching, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've still got to watch
Hail
For All
Mary.
Mankind.
Which one?
I've still got to watch For All Mankind season 5 is now, isn't it? Still got to watch that. I've waited for it for a while. I'm just waiting to have a good amount of episodes to watch.
The final season airs this year or next year, right?
I think it's next year.
Okay. Because they are doing a spin-off, aren't they, as well?
Yeah, they're doing the Russian one, aren't they? I forget what they call it. What did they call it? What was the Russian space program?
Sputnik. I don't know.
No.
Cosmonauts. Something like that.
No, it's because we see it in the show. I think we saw it in season 3.
Okay.
So yeah, it's basically the Soviet version of Kennedy Space Center. I forget what it's called.
I'll try to watch it again. It just it doesn't grab me. I think it's kind of boring.
It can be quite slow and boring at points, but
And
visually they're pretty good.
yeah.
Yeah. What kind of lunatic only uses 1 spoon of chocolate for their hot cocoa? He was making a glass of milk.
It depends on the size of the spoon. I mean, I know a lot of people, they use a dessert spoon or a tablespoon. You know,
It was a big spoon.
Size matters. You know, 1 spoon or what size.
I guess I'll give you another quick spoiler, but it's literally, I'll just reenact the scene for half a moment. I'm not going to get too active, don't worry. I'm not method right now. But the scene is Shamik Moore is out and about, kind of in the real world that he hasn't been able to participate in for certain reasons for a little while. And he kind of goes to like a soup kitchen kind of deal. And there's like a big box of like cocoa just being passed around. And somebody's like, he I guess gets pissed off and is like, who left the 1 spoon of chocolate or 1 spoon in the chocolate kind of deal? And then one kind of old head, kind of this grandpa kind of guy walks up to him and goes, 1 spoon of chocolate can change a whole glass of milk. You know, puts the spoon in the glass of milk and it kind of calms him down. He's like, yeah. And then kind of sits there and thinks about it, you know, and it's a good little scene. But yeah, 1 spoon of chocolate is not enough in my opinion either. I need about 6. What'd you say?
Yeah. Well, it depends on how much liquid you're talking about, I guess.
It was a big glass.
Full glass, yeah, you gotta put a lot in there.
Firecracker.
Isn't the Hershey syrup the easier thing to do? I'm not a fan of milk, so.
I'm not, but yeah, it's not what I seek out either. Chocolate milk, though. I'm a sucker for some chocolate milk. My swim coach growing up was like, after workouts,
for anything chocolate.
I'm gonna do it.
Who's not a sucker for anything chocolate?
Precisely. My dad is someone who I grew up watching do literally 500 push-ups a day and like a couple thousand sit-ups. Mr. I'm going to be like super in shape, yada, yada, yada. And then at the end of the day, if there's a piece of chocolate cake on that counter, he's like, I did enough where I can eat that. And I've never seen him not avoid chocolate if possible. If there's some dark chocolate, my dad will devour. And I don't blame him for a second. If I'm being honest, it definitely made its way to me. Just, I do the same for ice cream. Oops.
It's nice to have a bit of Bourneville chocolate for a change.
You know.
That's the Cadbury's. That's the Cadbury's dark chocolate over here, Bourneville.
That is good. Yeah, Firecracker though. Oof. The end of the boys is going to be interesting right here. I think didn't somebody say? Yeah, that was you as well, Monk. I think Homelander gets depowered by the end of season 5. I could see them going the Avatar: The Last Airbender route with it and having it seem like he's really about to take everybody out, and instead of even killing them, take his power away. Soldier Boy only has so many options, and I don't think he's going to help him too much. Kind of lunatic microwave their tea, Alex. Oh, God.
That's the problem. You don't microwave the tea. You microwave the water if you haven't got a working kettle.
Yeah.
You don't microwave the tea itself. That's just stupid.
Agreed, though. Firecracker was a red shirt from the start. Yep. But now we start a tea debate. Is that what's going on right now? US tea versus UK tea. Are we ready?
No.
I don't know brands or anything well enough to do.
I think UK wins that one.
I think y'all win
Not
that
a thing.
one.
Well, I wouldn't get into a conversation about that for all the tea in China. So
True.
I think the Chinese have everyone beat on tea, to be honest.
The US wins
I
in
see it.
sweet tea, but that's about it. And I don't know how much people outside of the US even remotely want to drink sweet tea.
Sun tea.
Yeah, Lipton.
No, I mean, I've seen a bunch of YouTube videos coming up where Americans are talking about, they ordered some British tea from Amazon or eBay or something, and they love it. They just drink it all the time.
Yorkshire tea for the win.
But Yorkshire tea's a breakfast tea. You're only supposed to drink it in the morning.
I might have to ask some questions for y'all UK folk, because whenever I'm in South Africa in a month or so, I might have to grab some tea, and I don't know which tea to look for. And I'm sure Johannesburg and Cape Town will have good tea stores that are, better than US stuff by any means.
Or certainly fresher.
I'm not a fan.
English mustard videos of
mustard. Yeah. There are some people that are super into the mustard.
You know how you Americans, you love to think that our stuff is quite bland and flavorless, but English mustard is not exactly bland and flavorless. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Well, it's not that it's bland and flavorless. It's that y'all's food that you tend to eat consistently that comes from your aisles are bland and flavorless. Oh my god, I don't know what I was tripping up on right there. But
it's the appearance, I suppose.
Yeah.
Well, no, the beans and toast and a sausage that doesn't have any seasoning on it will always be bland and flavorless. But when you go get all the different colonies from over time and get all their food back,
you don't have to put seasoning on the sausage because the seasoning is in the sausage. That's the point.
Yeah.
The only thing you want with a sausage is some HP sauce. That's it. Done.
I don't know. A little
haggis. No, thank you.
On top of it.
For sure. Haggis. Yes. Haggis and black pudding. We're fighting over the pop-up now.
I'm very excited.
I regret giving me admin privileges.
Yeah, the stuff the FDA allows to put in our food, don't like it. But
yeah, I'm so excited to be just overseas and have good food again for about a month. Not a full month, but hey, I'll take as much as I can. I'm gonna eat as little as possible in the next month, get in a good shape for it, and then hopefully come back just eating good food and feeling good. Fingers crossed.
Go run with some antelope.
Not that fast, but I'll try.
Well, go and run with some antelope while they're trying to escape a lion pride.
Yeah. Run like a cheetah.
Hey, if you need motivation.
We were on a hike a couple years ago when I first went, and we were stalked by a lion pride for a little bit. We didn't realize it until we saw the tracks doubling back, but we saw a bunch of buffalo and looking at the buffalo, hanging out, checking out the buffalo, the whole herd. And then the satellite buffalo that kind of wandered around as its protector, the herd's protector, definitely caught a whiff of some lions and freaked the entire herd out. We were like, well, where'd they go? And then the trackers and guys hanging out with us that knew the land better, as we were walking back to where we kind of were and where we came from, they're like, nope, this is a lion pride that snuck or scared everybody away. And, it was kind of put it in perspective real quick. Is I'm glad those lions weren't hungry today.
Yeah. Yep.
Is the channel changing to SciChef?
Just what you want is, what was that movie, The Ghost in the Darkness? Lions.
That was a great movie.
Yeah, it was. But that was based on a real thing, right?
Yeah, based on a true story, yeah.
The Ghost in the Darkness. Oh, Val Kilmer and Michael Douglas, yeah.
Yeah.
You go into battle with an unproven rifle.
I don't know if I've ever watched it on my lonesome.
It's one of my favorite lines. You'd go into battle with an unproven rifle right after he's misfired when he's had the lion right in his sight.
Mm-hmm.
I love that line.
Mm-hmm.
I just am disappointed that we didn't get more movies with Michael Douglas and Val Kilmer just dressed like that. Give us the entire The Rock dressed in khaki genre, but with Val Kilmer and Michael Douglas instead.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Val Kilmer was playing an officer in the British Army, the Royal Engineers.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they were trying to build a train tracks or something.
Building bridges.
Bridges, okay.
Building a bridge.
Okay.
See, that's what used to happen. If no one else could build a bridge, they called us Brits in to build a bridge in an impossible location, and we did it.
Well,
Still standing
now
now.
it's trying to building bridges all across Africa.
Yeah.
And mines and a lot airport. It's a lot. They're taking over. It's without taking over. It's a little spooky. It's a little scary. Hey, we get into barbecue hour. It's gonna be a good time. Watch out.
You definitely should watch Ghost in the Dark, Harris. Definitely watch it.
Yeah, now I want to watch it again. It's been a long time. That came out, what, mid-90s? Late 90s?
1996.
Okay,
yeah. 1996, yeah.
Peter, this is actually a terrifying question that I think is something that's like probably actually been medically at least tested in science in the U.S. Because most likely, hell no. But our bodies are trying.
Not necessarily with all the chemicals you already put in your food in the first place.
That's the thing. I'm sure our bodies are trying over here, but you can only do so much when there's the amount of chemicals that are in the food that there are. Hey,
yeah,
I'm not the biggest
that's why we don't have much American food in the UK. Literally, because pretty much everything is banned in the
UK. My old roommate and I, the one that introduced me to Taskmaster, we were watching just a Greg Davies and Alex Horn just interview with just a couple of Brits that eat a bunch of snacks and stuff, and they were testing 27 different flavors of Cheetos, which was really interesting to see Greg Davies be pissed off about eating Cheetos after not knowing what a Cheeto was. In the first
There's that many flavors? Wow. Okay.
Oh, there was a lot more. I mean, they were also doing specific like altered flavors. Poland has a bunch of different flavors of Cheetos apparently. They also did a Cheeto what's the tomato drink? The alcoholic tomato drink in the morning.
Bloody Mary?
Bloody Mary. Oh my god. That was
yeah.
They made a Cheeto Bloody Mary.
Bloody Marys are good. No, I want one.
See, I've never been that big of a Bloody Mary person, and the older I get, I like it. Oops. This is why I eat it organic as much as possible. Thank you. HelloFresh. Sponsor, please, somebody. Bring us HelloFresh.
I used to do HelloFresh, but then I started this new diet thing, so I'm not. But I'm still eating healthy food, so that's good.
Yeah. I have a butcher box, and I love that. It forces me to cook a lot more. It gets all my groceries out of the way. One day out of the month, just have a deep freeze and start grabbing. You know? Alex asked, wasn't that the premise of an episode of Doctor Who when they evolved into humans into Cybermen?
I don't remember.
Can I just nod my head yes?
Well, the evolution of the creation of the Cybermen was actually to remove emotion to make people more efficient.
Yeah, it was trying to perfect humanity kind of thing. The Daleks sort of the same thing, but in a different way.
I liked that one in the 2005 ones. I think it was season 3 of the 2005 Doctor Who, where they actually have the Cybermen and the Daleks face off against each other. Cybermen literally say, you would go to war with the Cybermen. And the Dalek literally says, this is not war, this is pest control.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brilliant line.
That's typical Dalek. Yeah, that's totally Dalek.
You would take down the entire Cybermen empire, Cybermen army with 4 Daleks. We would take them down with 1 Dalek.
Hey, if they give us cash, we'll show a little bit. Shoot. But they got to give us cash first.
Some great stuff in that version of Doctor Who.
Monk asked, good question.
Yeah, that is very good.
I will.
I've got a question. I've got a Star Wars related question. If
real quick, are you ready?
Or Lucasfilm. Oh, go ahead. Shit, where'd it go?
Did you see it too? I was hoping the little Lego would stay where it was supposed to. It did not.
Well, that was a letdown.
Like that. I was too busy trying to look for where the hell it went. I don't know where it went.
I can make comments, but I won't.
Okay, I've got a question for you. I've got a Star Wars related question, so we're going to start.
Yes, sir. Shoot it.
Okay,
but not like that. That was a bad shot there.
If we actually get any announcements from Lucasfilm, what would you want them to announce?
What would we want?
Oh, it's hard to say.
Big in the screen. Oh, I had to bring it closer to the camera.
Oops. So it could be anything. Like, what would you like them to announce? I would like an official announcement of Skeleton Crew. That's season 2. That would be nice.
Yeah.
Well, I know that there's a good chance that happens. Are you asking us for something that we think is going to happen, or something that we just wish they would do?
Something you wish they would do.
Yes.
It can be anything. I mean, they can go anywhere in the universe.
Right.
Give us. Sorry, go for it.
Oh no, I said I think I agree with Secular Monk. Something along the lines of Andor. I don't know what it would be specifically, but yeah.
Get someone of Tony Gilroy's prominence and capabilities, and give us the Knights of the Old Republic trilogy we've been waiting and asking for decades. Please.
They're not ready for that. They're not ready for that. They would not be ready for that. They will not be ready for that.
Sounds good to me.
I'd love to see. I love to see the Old Republic. I'd love to see Revan, but they are nowhere near. They've got a lot of redemption to make in reality. So
they need to go Doctor Who and start doing Christmas specials every year.
Well, I mean they do, but most of the time they're now have been utilizing.
Well, that's the thing. They do make Christmas specials. It's just most of the time get cancelled.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's right now they're just tossing them out because they're cheaper because they have Lego to help fund them. So it's just Lego Christmas special, Lego this special. They're very well maybe just like a surprise drop Lego thing tomorrow. Monk says a Mara Jade show. Let's see if there are any Lego, because they have so many Star Wars Lego projects. It's crazy.
Some would argue too many.
Yeah.
My camera's doing this weird zoomy thing. Right.
Are there any Star Wars Lego projects releasing? Oh, no. Oh! A wave of Lego Star Wars sets. Okay. Nothing on Disney Plus, it seems, but they are releasing a bunch of sets, of course. George is not... I don't know why he doesn't like Jade.
No. He hates Jade, Mara Jade. So,
yeah, I don't know why he does. I guess it's... I
have
George
a feeling the reason he doesn't is because I don't think he believes that the Jedi would get married or whatever. So, and Mara Jade is essentially a Sith that turns to the light and it's just, I don't know. I think that's something that he didn't like.
And he made the prequels, and the prequels literally state, they might not get married, but some can, because there are a lot of exceptions. But
then bear in mind also, we're moving on to Luke's Jedi. Well, should be not.
Yeah, but he also changed the fundamental rules where he allows marriage and he allows relationships.
Yeah, he allows it because he knows from experience that is part of what caused the fall of the Jedi. Because Anakin, if Anakin was actually allowed to get married, I don't think there would be that issue in the first place, because he was keeping it a secret. So he was under the pressure of keeping it a secret, even though the council knew about it.
Yeah, and they care enough about him not to bring him down or bog him down with any of it, but also by not even remotely acknowledging it, besides kind of in passing, hey, we got your back, buddy. It's very much like,
do you consider the fact that they were against letting him become a Jedi in the first place? So
Here's a question: was Mace Windu right the entire time?
Uh-oh.
Did
You kind of glitched there.
oh
Who was right all the time?
Was Mace Windu
What?
was Mace Windu right the entire time?
There you go.
Is it? Oh God! I'm on the right
I
internet.
don't know.
Because if they would have listened to Mace, literally at any point, none of that would have happened. I know people would have
I don't know. I mean, at the end, well, when Mace was, killing or trying to kill the Emperor, he expected Anakin to help him. He didn't expect him to. I mean, you could literally see the surprise on his face whilst he's, getting electrocuted, getting the Force lightning shot.
Yeah.
So that was like, to me, that's like disappointment. He was disappointed in Anakin at the end. So he might have been against it at the beginning, but he might have seen how strong Anakin was and maybe had some sort of respect for that. And
well, if the Jedi never agreed to take in the boy, he never would have become a youngling. Does that immediately put him in Palpatine's grips? Or
what if the Council said, "No, Obi-Wan, we can't let you train him. We'll let Mace Windu train him"? That would be a completely different kettle of fish.
Anakin would never have gone to the Sith. He would be probably about 10 times more hardcore than he was before.
Yeah,
but maybe not. That was actually a really cool, kind of serene Jedi, and she was Mace's Padawan. And of course, she was the one who not raised, but kind of raised Kanan Jarrus, Caleb Doom, our favorite Rebels Jedi there.
Yeah.
Lucasfilm's watching. I just about cackled in the middle of reading that. I was like, "What's a Lego head?" Oh, it was bad. Leslie Headland is a great filmmaker. It wasn't right for Star Wars. It wasn't right for Star Wars. I thought the change to Monday was because Lego Headlamp wanted her way for the acolyte, Leslie Headland. No. She did change stuff, but George Lucas, whenever creating Ki-Adi-Mundi, if y'all aren't familiar with who he is, just immediately, he's the one Jedi with the tall head who in episode 3 turns around and looks at all of his kind of troopers really confused and then just gets gunned down, kind of almost silly. He was one of the best generals they had, but it's kind of a bit of an ass. And the reason he was he was one of the few Jedi permitted to marry. And it was because he was one of the last surviving members of his species. And if I remember correctly, he either had 6 wives or 1 wife and like 6 kids, something like that. He had a bunch of kids one way or another. I think they were supposed to have been tracked down and killed as well, which just shows you how brutal the Empire is. But no, so there were a lot of things Monday-wise that were fundamentally not what we had grown to understand of Star Wars, that Lucas himself introduced in the prequels. Then Acolyte just was like, surprise, they only live about 40, 60, 80 years or whatever it is, but definitely alive for like 200. It's like, that's not how that works. But hey. Yes. Thank you, Sarah. The Lucas Museum of Narrative Arts is due to open in Los Angeles on 9/22/26.
Oh, I thought it was Bay Area for some reason. It's in LA. Okay. Makes more sense. I didn't look at where it was. I just I guess I should have done that. It looks cool.
Let me go.
If you've seen pictures of it.
It is. Let me grab the images. Yeah, so this is the perspective look. I don't think this is. Oh no, that's construction on the ground. So that's it. Which it looks amazing. It looks like something out of Star Wars. Which, I don't know if these are solar panels or what. If they were, that'd be.
It looks like solar panels. I'm sure it is.
Make it make sense for the Star Wars world. This, I think, is the kind of perspective art.
Conception, yeah.
Conceptual art. That's what I was looking for. Concept art.
How much are they going to charge per ticket to get into there?
$42,000.
I was going to say, oh look, there's another unnecessary waste of money, just like the Galaxy Star.
Mhm.
I don't know if this is. I think this is Lucas Arts themselves building it. I'm not entirely sure.
Right, yeah. I don't know if it's going to be strictly like. I think it's.
Well, regardless, if it's Lucas Arts, it's still Disney, right?
Right. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be strictly Star Wars. It's going to be whatever.
Yeah, the Lucas Museum of Narrative Art is an upcoming museum founded by filmmaker George Lucas and his wife, businesswoman Melody Hobson. Once completed, the museum will hold all forms of visual storytelling, including painting, photography, sculpture, illustration, comic art, performance, and video. It's going to be in the One Lucas Plaza in Los Angeles, California. 24-minute drive from me. Hour 6 train. Not shabby.
Nope.
Temporarily closed. I don't think it's opened yet. I believe it opened in August. You said 9/22. September 22nd.
September
right?
22nd. They actually have like a countdown clock.
Oh, this is cool. 141 days, 19 hours, 14 minutes.
Yeah.
45, 44, 43, 42, 41. I'm not going to keep going, but seconds.
I wonder what kind of, the opening day or whatever, who's going to be there for that. Be interesting.
Melvin, Jediism still a religion in England. Can you get us any connections?
Yeah.
Rest of the Wookiees.
I don't think that's true.
No, Jediism is an actual religion. I don't know. I guess it's no longer in the U.S. I thought it would still be, but to be classified as a religion, I think it's U.S. rules. I think it's rules most places. I just don't know exactly what country denominates what to be a rule. But in the U.S., you are no longer a cult. You're a cult if you have 1,000+ members, I believe. But you're a church and a religious institution if you have 10,000 or more members. So anybody with 10,000 or more members is a religion. Jediism is one. And then there used to be the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster.
The thing is, if I remember right, the only real reference about Jediism being a religion in the UK was in 2021 when I think 390,000 people listed it as their religion in their 2001 census.
390,000.
Yeah, 390,000.
Religion. It just it's not. It's definitely not just a bunch of fans wanting to do a cool thing.
It's not recognized as an official, a legal religion. Because we have this thing in the UK where you can put other for your religion, and you can actually say what one you want as your other. You don't have to be an official one. So,
right?
No way. Monk said he's been to the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster when he lived in Roseburg, Oregon. It is a real thing.
Seriously?
Yeah,
no,
the Church of the Flying
Spaghetti. You were just making that up off the top of your head.
It's not recognized. It's not a recognized.
Do they have a website?
It's a recognized religion here, I believe, because it has enough members.
I just want to see what their website is if they have one. We have Stargateism. Didn't we start Stargateism like a year ago? I don't remember exactly.
Oh, I'm clicking too many wrong buttons here. Let me zoom in first. Oh, I didn't realize it was called Pastafarianism, and I loved it.
Not a real religion.
Follow the Ori.
Yeah, let's start. That's what we need to do in Ori.
Pastafarianism, or the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, is generally recognized as a satirical or parody religion rather than a traditional religion. While it has achieved limited legal recognition for marriage in places like New Zealand and Poland, or the U.S. and the Netherlands have ruled it's not a real religion and entitled to legal accommodations. Oh wow, I was sure they used to actually have it.
Well, you said in a couple countries it is recognized, right? So
yeah. I could have sworn at one point it was. Huh. I won't Google everything just while we're all watching, but hey, a lot of Pastafarians in Oregon. I'm mostly carnivorous. There's a if there's a Pastafarianism club, I'd join it. That sounds like a good time. David's channeling his inner Ron Hubbard.
Hey, Pastafarianism, does that just mean you have a pasta for every meal? So you can have chili on pasta and rice? Which is actually really nice, actually. I've had it.
Hey, maybe that'd be a good way of saying to the U.S. government, say,
welcome
hey,
to SciChef.
Let us do food like they do.
Channel.
The what?
Welcome to SciChef.
Yeah.
Your cooking and eating channel.
Yeah.
We made it
there
right.
You go, Harris. You can
Quick.
do a video making your ribs. So I don't know why my camera's doing weird. Anyway. I have a new camera. Not sure how it works.
It looks great. I love the new camera, though. Are we a cult of the Church of SciTrek, or are we now religion? Yeah, we have two sects. You know, we have the cult sect and the religious sect. It's very important. I understand how it works very well. The more we say it, the more it does sound fun. I don't have the time for that. And cooking is expensive, but also it sounds so much fun.
I don't know, there are channels that actually try and make the food and drinks that we see in movies, right? So there are people that make
Binging with Babish is great about it.
SciTrek and
isn't there a Star Trek cookbook?
I think there is as well, yeah. I think
Is
there
there
might be a
Star
Star
Wars?
Wars as well for certain things.
It's funny you say that.
Blue milk.
Blue milk. For a moment, I'm going to.
That's gross.
Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to do this. I'm going to let y'all run wild for a moment, and I will be right back. Right back. Definitely with nothing stopping.
He gave us the power. So let's look up if I can figure out how to present stuff. What's in the Star Trek cookbook? I'm curious.
Yeah, that would be good to know. I think it's mostly the drinks that they serve in the bars, isn't it? Like on the Enterprise.
Romulan ale.
Romulan ale.
What was that? Blue whiskey? Was that Romulan whiskey as well? I think.
Andorian whiskey, I think.
Andorian whiskey, yeah. I've never shared anything presented before, so let's see if I can figure this out. Okay.
Although I think there is one for Klingon blood pie as well, if I remember right. There's the rest of that.
Let's see. Star Trek.
Gumbo?
Gumbo?
Oh, Cisco's gumbo is just gumbo.
You've heard that.
Star Wars Galaxy's Edge official galactic cookbook.
Cool.
The official Black Spire Outpost cookbook here. Let's see. What's the first thing in here? First food in the entire cookbook. Okay, we've got the introduction with some cool art and stuff.
Yeah.
Black
Now I just
Spire
came up.
Outpost.
Yeah.
Gotta have cool art, of course.
Of course.
It's the Star Wars.
Okay.
Copyright strike.
Hopefully not. Hopefully that's not long enough for.
What are some of the foods in there? I'm curious what the recipes are.
They're so busy telling me about all the places right now. Condiments, sauces, and garnishes are where we start. I can't remember what's in the Star Trek cookbook, and I put it somewhere I can't remember. Oh no. The first
materialized
in the cookbook is Nerf steak seasoning and Saka salt. So some seasonings. Realistically, the first food though. Side starters and snacks. You got some kettle corn. That's too simple. We need something good. Pitmaster's choice. There we go. Now we're getting something. You know, SciChef.
Nothing really screams different to normal things, though, does it?
Nothing is.
So there's our new SciTrek
For a
new
start,
side
meat-
channel.
The meat doesn't come in different colors. It's just regular colored meat, right?
It's just regular colored meat.
It's not artificially changed in color, so.
You can have some fun with
Not
food
just-
coloring, maybe.
Definitely not just seaweed. Yeah.
Oh, blue milk.
The Ronto dogs at Galaxy's Edge was good the last time I had it, though. Yeah. The Bridget lung.
I'm assuming a creature from Star Wars or something.
Yeah, this is significantly less exciting the more I dive into it.
Mm-hmm.
Deviled Picopie eggs. Definitely Star Wars bird deviled eggs, not just regular eggs. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
See, there's a thing about this. Is like, is it really like Star Wars style food if it's just regular food, not changed in any way to look different? It's like
Binging with Rabbit got that right.
You can at least add some coloring to the eggs of the whites of the eggs and stuff like that. You know, I mean,
if it's some
in the UK
world
specifically,
kind of
we have harmless color food dyes. So
yeah.
Well, it's
so I can imagine blue milk having some blue color food coloring with maybe some blueberry flavoring or something like that. So blueberry milk.
Yeah, you can do blueberries or blend it with some blueberries or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
This guy does it right. I wasn't subscribed to him on SciTrek. Binging with Babish does it right. He's the one that does a lot of those, like Arc Raiders, the food with Arc Raiders. K-pop Demon Hunters. I mean, this is just him doing the Animorphs thing with the cheesesteak, which is great, but it's actually a great thumbnail. The Krabby Newberg from SpongeBob SquarePants. He did, I think, cook every version of Ratatouille.
Yeah. I was going to say, that's what your spin-off channel could be, making, like, doing what this guy's doing.
Yeah. Babish does it really well. I do not have training.
Of course, somebody's already doing that, because I thought, that would be cool. But I'm like, I'm sure somebody's doing it, and here we go. Okay.
Well, Harris has to set up the fantasy channel first.
Yeah, we got to do Fantasy Trek and Cinema Trek first. I think there are
fantasy food, which is just going to be turkey legs.
Essentially, I was like, yes,
what you see at every Renaissance festival.
Roasted Wookiee, Skywalker salad.
Yeah.
Leg of Yoda's yogurts.
Exactly.
Parks and Rec marathon. Okay, it's not giving us like all the fun kind of different things.
So he's just doing any like food, television, movie food.
Yeah, there are
kind of thing.
A bunch, like the Squid Game kind of little box they get of food.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about
like, here's some fun stuff. SpongeBob SquarePants.
But maybe pulled targ.
Oh yeah, when he did the rainbow patties, but they did something to people though. They had to stop doing it. Anyway,
that'd be pulled targ.
Oh, touche. That would be the way to approach that, I think. Because as much as I love the idea of making it a full channel, that's an immediate doubling of time, effort, and maybe tripling or quadrupling of money to put into something, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe doing it once or twice a month on here would be a fun thing to do. Shall we, y'all? Shall we? I swear they just added a way to do like polls or something on StreamYards.
No, I don't think it's on
they did. How do we do that again, Sarah?
Do what?
The poll on poll. I found it.
Okay. Is that under media assets?
Yes. No, it's under widgets actually.
Okay. Oh yeah, new poll, you can do QR codes too. Cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Maybe we should set up a QR code for subscribing to the channel. Maybe.
That'd be fun. Okay, I'm adding.
All right. it's time for me to get out of here, guys. But while you're putting your poll together,
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta leave, but I will be here tomorrow for our Escape Trion.
Booyah.
Mhm.
And we will do a little Star Wars, right? And it's fine if you can't do a whole bunch.
Oh yeah, I might for a little bit. It depends on what time you're starting. All that. Okay. Yeah.
I'll go ahead and put this thing up here. Let's see how-
Mixology.
Yeah.
That's what it's called. I was trying to think it was called. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I have the Star Wars mixologist book in the house too. People just give me
Oh,
these
cool.
things, and I love gifts.
Mhm.
And I'd swear I look at them more often than checking out for the first time on stream. But it's just
It's
you know.
Yeah.
But the poll is up, y'all. In chat,
Oh, I'll vote.
y'all type 1, 2, 3, or 4, depending on the answer that you would like, and you will see the poll start to maneuver and do its thing. Pretty
I
cool.
don't see.
No poll on my end, but I vote yes. Do you see how it is right here in the actual screen? It's right next to Melvin. If it's unvoteable, it does take over Melvin. Yeah, there we go. 1. And then it puts it up there just like that. It's a pretty easy system. It's cool.
I see.
Ooh. I'm gonna vote.
Right, I'm voting before I go.
Cool. Twice a day. Oh my.
I think once a month would be fun. Anyway, all right, guys, I gotta get out of here. I will see Patreon people tomorrow, I guess. Right. Bye.
Sounds like a plan. Appreciate you. Tell everybody howdy for us.
All right, I will.
And then there were 2 ish. Maybe. I think. Oh, I was like, is Sarah free? I was like, oh no.
Set her free.
Set her free as she freezes into like the screen and just gets stuck. I'm disappointed. My little firing shot didn't do better earlier. I was hoping.
Yeah, that sucked.
I was hoping it was gonna look like at least Dunker Pool. Like
how disappointing.
I needed to do it right there so you can just see it actually shoot. You know, that would have been good. If this starts in the summer, I'd love to collaborate on that one, Harris. Ooh. SciTrek gets 2 votes. Shenanigans. It was. Sarah and I were both logged into the same thing. She had to go back and type 3 real quick. Unless was that you, Melvin?
No, I did. Oh yeah, I think I did it. I got both the chats popped out. I thought I was doing it in the YouTube one.
We've got all of our powers.
Me, so
Klingon barbecue. A ton of work for little gain. I'd rather chat. Yeah,
that's cool because that means I get 2 votes.
Ah, sneaky.
Yeah.
Well, we are at 63% yes total so far. Interesting.
50% less frequently monthly.
Yes, which I do like once a month. That makes it easier to frame, easier to kind of, I like the once a month. I definitely voted in that category too. Oopsie daisy. We did have a few Star Wars questions that I did say from earlier. Monk said, I would love to see Denis Villeneuve take on a Star Wars project. Oh yeah, because we kind of got off track. I think it was David that asked us what we would like to see as a new Star Wars project. And Monk, I think, responded with, I'd love to see I can't even speak anymore. Denis Villeneuve take on a Star Wars project where he was given full creative control. I don't think it's likely.
Like maybe give him full control though.
It'd be so
cool. I mean, Filoni's going to have at least have input, right? So I don't know.
Yeah, it was green milk in The Last Jedi, where it's typically blue milk, right? Or was it blue milk and then Cyril had... Yeah, blue noodles. Yeah,
blue noodles. Sounds fun. I mean, you think about it, you could make, was it the bloodworm? Is it the bloodworm? Or Gok? You can make that out of really thick pasta or noodles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
David earlier said he wants a Cad Bane limited series or Cobb Vance. And either one of those
That would be interesting. I mean, that could be like a bounty hunter thing, because
telling us how he survived and everything, how he kind of stayed under the radar after he survived while still kind of maintaining a strong presence in the bounty hunter world to some degree. Old Yorkshire. Seriously, I'd like to see George's Underworld show resurrected.
That would be great. I mean, what was that supposed to be? Level something hundreds, wasn't it? I can't remember exactly that title it was supposed to be. But there was an idea for an Underworld show, but it was like the Underworld of Coruscant, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was George Lucas was in production with that to a degree, like a small degree. Not a small degree. It was a heavy degree, but he hadn't actually done. I don't think he had the physical sets and everything like that ready. I think he had most pre-production set up. And as he sold to Disney, was like, I have a treatment for a trilogy, and I have the first live-action Star Wars show. And then Disney did Disney stuff, of course.
It was level 13, wasn't it? That's where they were going to set it. The bounty hunt, the Underworld stuff.
Yes.
Level 13. I think we see that.
1313, which was like bounty hunter.
Is that one of the flaws from Survivor?
The what?
Is that one of the flaws from Survivor? Like because at the beginning of the game you escape Coruscant, and you're in one of the lower levels.
Yeah,
I can't remember what level it was.
I remember literally the entire platform that you have to fight across just to get I have it visually right there as you say that.
Yeah. I don't think that was 1313, but I don't think it was that far off. But I think there was a fan show made for it as well, where they had stormtroopers patrolling it, and they were reluctant to patrol it because it was controlled by the Underworld. So yeah, would have been interesting to have that. It would have been Coruscant Underworld, wouldn't it, or something like that? Yeah, I believe it is in his contract to possibly appear in a live action at some point. I believe it is in his contract, but he can't do that until the third game. I think the contract is for 3 games, and I think 2 live action appearances, 1 possibly a show, 1 a movie, maybe. If I remember rightly, it's been a long time since I looked into it. I'm pretty sure that's around the contract, because it sounds like a contract Disney does, because they do get you for a certain amount of projects.
Yeah.
And 3 games, and because I mean, it is a Disney contract. It's not a Lucasfilm contract. It'll fall under both Disney and Lucasfilm, because it could also be that he'll appear in Marvel for one of the live action events. So.
I am not excited for. As much as I love Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor, I just confirmed my suspicions. I'm still looking forward to, extremely trepidatious about this Star Wars Jedi game, the third one, because.
It's a KK project.
No, not remotely. The first 2 were as well, and those were amazing games.
Well, think about it this way. KK gave it the green light.
Sure. Again, though, I don't put a lot of the credence on the bad that's happened. She still has a lot of the she gave marching orders a lot of times, but she also received marching orders to give from Bob Iger, and Bob Iger.
Yeah, but I can imagine most of the time. I can imagine most of the time, Bob Iger's marching orders are just make a movie already, for fuck's sakes.
He told them the opposite. He said, "Make a bunch of TV shows, stop doing movies, and yada yada." It was.
Yeah, but that was about the time when Iger wanted Star Wars to move in the direction of Marvel to be.
Yeah, and he killed it. He killed it. He tried to over Marvelize Marvel and do the same thing with Star Wars and was like, I'm going to retire and put Bob Chapek here, and I only gave him one directive, and Bob Chapek.
Yeah, but he's still. But I bet you Bob Iger will still have something to say to Chapek at the end of the day, because even the last time he was the last time he stepped down, he was in the background all the time.
Oh sure, I mean immediately Chapek only lasted like a year and a half.
He's not going to give up control of anything. He's going to be there in the background.
Well, he gave up and ceded control of it, mostly for sure. He probably still has some stock options and such, but also someone that's been CEO for so long, not so long, but for a decent amount of time at Disney, they're going to at least ask advice and so on and so forth, which is why he never really, like you said, he had one foot in the room after Chapek was still on the way out, which brought him right back in, and thankfully, I don't know the new guy's name off the top of my head, but he seems like he cares much more. Hey, because I'm from oil country. I understand you got to make a buck. It's as much as it is art. It's also a project is both art and a product. Bob Iger's only focused on the product aspect. He doesn't care about the art aspect, and I think the new guy wants to meet it in the middle a little bit better.
Well, that's one of the issues, wasn't it? I mean, Disney Plus has been a major thing for them because all they want to do. I mean, this is why they throw out so much Marvel shows, because they want it on the. They want content. Why so many Star Wars shows? Because they want content, right?
Yeah.
They need to fill the servers with shows. Otherwise, they're paying a fortune for the servers in the first place. Well, not paying a fortune, but they are renting the servers, because I don't believe any production company in the world actually owns their own servers. They rent them, don't they?
Most of them, yeah.
For sure. I mean, Paramount rents them. Amazon rents them. So,
yeah,
because it's easier for them because they don't have to pay for maintenance and that. So,
so yeah, certain places have rent them. With the Cal Kestis thought though, bringing that back, the reason that just doesn't sound exciting to me is all Kathleen Kennedy, Bob Iger stuff aside. Stig Asmussen was the director for the first two games. He was fired by Bob Iger and Kathleen Kennedy for the third game for creative differences.
Because he didn't want to go in the same direction they wanted it to go.
The game, when I Google it still...
So, essentially, it's a narrative issue.
Probably.
Potentially.
But potentially.
That's how it feels. Hearing that, that's how it feels to me.
Well, and the thing that worries me and makes me trepidatious, because I really do adore the first two games. The first one, I think, is good, but gets bogged down too much and trying to be a little like Souls-like, and it's just like, okay, put it on frickin' story mode and just fight real quickly and just get the cool story. That's all I want from it, really.
Yeah.
Survivor was like, okay, you get the cool story, and we're gonna add some cool puzzles and stuff like that, but we're gonna actually let you play the game rather than I gotta sit here for 30 minutes to get past one thing. Like, that's just not the type of game Star Wars people want to play. It's just not. You know?
People want to flurry around with lightsabers and stuff like that.
And Jedi
sit there and use their force powers to get a ball into a certain place.
Yeah, Survivor
to figure out how to get into that place once the ball's there.
Yeah, Survivor was perfect at just meeting it in the middle where it needed to. So I was really excited for the third one. After they announced Stig Asmussen would not be back, I was trepidatious. And as of Google right now,
that's a big deal.
As of Google right now, we were talking about it beforehand. There's a good chance tomorrow we'll get an announcement for the third game and even a trailer. If that is the case and not just a rumor, they haven't announced who Stig Asmussen's creative director replacement is, which means, did they even have a creative director, or was this literally a game made by committee? And that's what worries me.
Yeah.
That's what worries me, is I don't want it to be a game made by committee. And if they're already treating Cal Kestis like that, I love Cameron Monaghan. I don't think they have any idea what they want to do with the character of Cal Kestis. I think Stig Asmussen had an idea. And now that he's gone, and especially that Kathleen and Iger are gone, and the people that he's been having conversations with about where Cal Kestis can go are gone, does Filoni have room for Cal Kestis? I'd love to think so.
Maybe an animation, but I don't know. Come on, let's face it. He's going to be more interested in the animation side of it as well. He was the animation guy, right?
This is something that Monk said early on.
Yeah.
Star Wars timekeepers, don't put that out here. Oh God. Oh, my brain hurts. Star Wars Sweet Baby Inc. Oh God. But Filoni is. I don't think he's gonna kill Star Wars. For all those that haven't seen animated stuff.
Well, there are those people that would argue that it's dead already. So,
because I don't
think it's dead. I mean, I don't think any franchise is dead. It's just
there are some that may be though. Buffy is dead. Like that's a good example.
Buffy is dead. But the thing is with Star Wars, Star Trek, whichever franchise you look at. They can be revitalized. They can be brought back. It's just you need the people in there that are willing to do that in today's climate. That's the issue. And I don't think Filoni is that guy.
I don't think so either.
That guy.
I have hopes that he can become that person. The hopes are there with trepidation nonetheless. The reason, I guess, and I'm pretty sure you'd agree here is literally just what you said. I think is Filoni's not going to kill Star Wars for everyone that hasn't seen the animated cartoons, because for those that have not seen the animated series, I'm not even going to call them cartoons. I think cartoon is just they're better than your just cartoon. This is not Camp Laszlo, like this is serious politics dealing with like literal galactic policies. People are getting beheaded. There's a lot of deep stuff for a TVY7 show. Same thing for like Avatar. I don't consider those cartoons. I consider them animation. Camp Laszlo, something like that. That would be more.
My issue with Kennedy Peter is not related to. I've lost it. To the good stuff. I mean, yes, she okayed the good stuff, but. The issue is that there's been too much crap come as a result of her being president of Lucasfilm. A lot of crap. So,
yeah.
But
I guess
can't blame anyone else but her because she's the one that, at the end of the day, greenlit things.
No, there's one person you can blame worse, and that is Bob Iger. That's the person she gets her purpose from. Because. Like Monk brings up a great point here.
So at the end of the day, even if Iger spoke to her, she's still the one that has to sign the paperwork. She's literally the one that has to green light it on behalf of Iger.
Exactly. She's just taking marching orders. That's not her. At the end of the day, it's not her making the decision.
But not all of it. A lot of the crap is because of her as well. Who she's appointed to make them in the first place.
Sure. It's definitely not. I don't think she's as bad as we've all thought she was for the years.
And I'm wondering if it's the pressure that Iger gave her that is the reason why we got Acolyte in the fucking first place.
Oh, exactly. That's what I'm trying to get across here. Is I'm not trying to
you want me to make a show to put on the platform? Okay, fine, I'll make Acolyte. And then she ends up cancelling shows like Rogue Squadron. That could have been a great show.
But that again, those are more Bob Iger.
It was going to be a show, not a movie.
No, Rogue Squadron was going to be a film.
It was going to be a show. I'm pretty sure.
Patty Jenkins' Rogue Squadron was going to be a film. Rangers of the Old Republic. Rangers of the New Republic is what you're thinking of. The cartoon show.
No. It was Rogue Squadron. It was originally supposed to be a series, then they changed it to a film.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like literally the announcement was Patty Jenkins saying we're making a film in front of a fighter jet talking about her love for fighting.
Yeah, and people were disappointed because they changed it from a series to a film.
That was the announcement. No, that was the announcement of it. That was literally the announcement trailer. The first time anybody heard of Rogue Squadron publicly was film. It was. I
It
love
doesn't matter anyway because it was cancelled.
Yes.
Doesn't matter.
But yeah, Mandalorian and Andor were greenlit by Kennedy. Yeah, there are good things.
Yeah, but then you look at who was in charge. Look at who was actually making it. You know, look at who she appointed to make them.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I mean,
That's
Andor is perfect. Andor is amazing.
Yeah.
Acolyte, not so much.
John
Jon Favreau is a great person to be in charge, but then they take some of his charge away in season 3, and you see what happens.
Yeah, exactly. So you can't argue that it's not her fault because at the end of the day, she's the one that says, and
that's what I've been trying to say is,
yeah,
I've never once said it's not her fault. I'm just saying it's not.
Yeah, I know.
Her fault.
I'm more inclined to say it is. That's the issue. That's the thing.
Yeah, but if she's got an earpiece that is making decisions for her and forcing her to do things.
Yeah, but this is the thing. If she's pressured to do something, then she obviously gets spiteful and we get an acolyte, right?
Well, of course. There's a lot of it, and it plays into it. But ultimately, none of that would have happened the way it happened if it weren't for Bob Iger. If Kathleen Kennedy were able to literally... And I'm not saying if Bob Iger would have been hands-off approach, Kathleen Kennedy would have been remotely near great or even perfect or anything like that. But she was handpicked by George Lucas. And whether we like to admit it or not, with modern stuff, for the last 10 years...
makes mistakes. Every human being makes mistakes.
Yeah, and also, Kathleen Kennedy she's one of the most prolific film producers in history. Like literally the next 200 years of film could happen, and she will still be one of the most prolific film producers that there is.
She could also has the potential to be the most infamous.
No.
I'm just saying the potential is there that she could be seen that way. I'm not saying that she is. I'm just saying the potential is there.
The potential is there, but I think that she's going to be more of a blip in memory.
Anyone could say it.
Yeah, I think that's just recency bias taking over and letting maybe the politics of it supersede the actuality of what's going on. Because it's good to see things from every point of view and try to figure it out from the actuality of what it is, not a one-sided thought, she was just the studio head. Her job was to find talent to make the show, and she did. And some were better than others, and some were not. I did not expect to be trying to defend Kathleen Kennedy anytime soon. I was trying to get to Filoni's going to kill Star Wars for everyone that hasn't seen the animated cartoons. For those that consider consider the animation cartoons,
I owe you a little bit of an apology about Rogue Squadron because it's more recent that they announced that there's talk of being in redevelopment.
They never announced anything.
Well, I've kind of got it mixed up. But when I read,
there's online rumors
about. I owe you
apology
for that, and I was wrong when I said it. But
yeah.
I am right about it being a series because I read it. I don't even remember when I read it.
Well, that's the thing. It's. I know what you're talking about. It's online rumors. There's no announcement.
No. It was an article from 2023. I think. So it was after the movie cancellation. There was talk. There was the official talk of it being in redevelopment, but then also probably later got cancelled. If I'm trying to remember, I think that's probably what happened. So it was originally going to be a movie, then it was cancelled. Then they were talking about it being redeveloping the story into a series. Then it got cancelled again. So no 100% official announcement, but there is an official. There are official articles talking about it actually being redeveloped.
But it was still just hearsay and rumors at that point because they never greenlit it to say anything, if that makes sense. Because it was
the same about Battlestar Galactica, right?
Well, sure, because that actually is the one that David mentioned earlier. Jay's latest video about Battlestar Galactica. I did watch it yesterday. New series and the old one being put on Paramount Plus soon. I hope the old one gets put on Paramount Plus for our Battlestar Galactica watch through after Farscape, of course, with our patrons.
You're gonna do the original one.
That he brought up some good points yesterday, though. In that video, is the new stuff was just a remake of the old one. Is it going to be another remake, or is it going to be something different? You know,
but it wasn't just a remake.
Well, sure, but is it going to rehash the same storyline in another way?
If I remember rightly, it's not even billed as a remake; it's billed as a reboot rather than a remake, which is why the stories are different and why the premise is different. Cylons were created by man. Originally, they were created by an alien species called the Cylons. So, your reimagining changed a lot.
I don't know. I don't,
It's
I'm
like
not
the original
familiar
Viper.
with
The original Vipers in Battlestar Galactica were the Viper Mark 1s, not the Mark 2s.
Steve earlier said Rick McCallum said that the Underworld series would have cost 30 million episodes. Excuse me. 700 million for Doomsday. They could definitely still do 1313. 1313 is different than Underworld. Underworld was the TV series, and 1313 was the I think it was Boba Fett actually was the character.
1313 is the name of the level that the show would be set in. That's what they was talking about.
I think wasn't 1313 the video game?
No, it was mentioned in the video game.
Yes, no. Star Wars 1313 was a perspective video game.
Well, it's not Stargate. It's not Star Wars 1313. It's Coruscant Underworld. I think is one of the names that were thrown around for it.
I'm sorry. I gotta keep doing it. I know my Star Wars. Whether I talk about it a whole bunch or not, it's Star Wars 1313 was a video game that you were playing as Fett. This Can't Back the Adventure video game that was under development.
I wasn't talking about the video game.
Yes, but the Underworld is.
Yeah, the Underworld is going to be based around 1313. So basically, you're going to have the crime lords on level 1313 in the show. That's why it was Underworld, and it's 1313. I'm pretty sure. But whether anything changed since that announcement, I don't know.
Yeah, because I mean, these are just all canceled projects.
Things change all the time. So they'll say one thing and then they'll say another. It's just ridiculous the amount of times that they do it. But ultimately, well, there you go, Dave. 1313 was a game that got cancelled, so it's another project.
Star Wars needs to have two parts to it. Multiverse where Dave can just do what he wants, and the Elseworlds where everything else takes place. No, because the animation is not good, and it is good. It's great, honestly, but it's not as pertinent by itself. The animation leads into making everything else better. DC has the right idea with its model. No, they literally are keeping Batman back right now because they don't know what to do with Batman because they have Robert Pattinson's Batman, and it doesn't seem like they know what to do with that.
It doesn't really matter because it doesn't matter if the same people come back as Batman because they've constantly changed Batman anyway.
It makes it far too confusing for the audience. I disagree there. That's not the approach they should take. They need to. They need to get out of the Skywalker era. It's not what it used to be, and trying to bog down, especially the.
But remember, they did with Rey until the last movie, when they decided that she'll be a Skywalker instead of a Palpatine. It's just like in politics, isn't it? Everyone keeps flip-flopping on things.
Monk is a gun stand. That he is. But literally, I mean, let's be realistic about it. Superman was not a runaway success. It did all right on video on demand. It's about 2 to 3 to 4 to 500 million shy of what they were hoping it was going to do. If Supergirl with a $150-200 million budget doesn't make at least $450 million back, it's not really going to make a profit of any. They're not set. He hasn't set the stage as well as it seems. Sadly, I wish he had
set the stage. Well, he destroyed the stage, hasn't he?
If anything, I mean, Gunn earned a lot of goodwill back for me with Creature Commandos and Superman, even though Superman made me roll my eyes in about 4 different places. Sure, but we're one movie in. We're one movie in, and we're already debating who's like, which Batman are we actually going to? There's too much with already one movie, you know. I'm not saying take the Marvel route because I do like the idea of dropping in media res and having the world already taking place. I like that superheroes are already prevalent. These things, there's a lot of superheroes in the past. There's a lot of stuff in the future. There's a lot of weird stuff going on right now. Marvel did the same thing technically, and did it without convoluting. I like that they're adding more of a superhero feel to it. It just I don't know. It's just an odd approach. I don't like the Elseworlds alongside. If I feel like either Elseworlds or have an interconnected universe, and right now Elseworlds would be better than having an interconnected universe for DC because of the way Marvel's falling apart. And I'm not necessarily going to say falling apart because hell, Doomsday could bring in a $2 billion cash flow for them, and Spider-Man might do the same. And hey, that'd be awesome for them. Is it for the film industry? No, it's probably the worst thing that could happen, realistically. Even though the movies are not bad films, they're not made for film goers. They're made for the as much as I don't love how he approached the comment. Martin Scorsese's wasn't wrong. You know, these movies are made for people that want to go to a theme park ride, not sit down in the cinema.
Yeah.
That's where we're at. Pattinson's Batman was around prior to the DCU. Once Reeves finishes it, he's not doing a trilogy. This is the second movie, and I'm surprised the second movie's even happening, you know? Yeah, Marty was definitely right. But no, there's no way in hell Pattinson is getting a trilogy of Batman films. There's no way. Batfleck didn't. And he was the better Batman and better Bruce Wayne. Yeah, and I don't think Batman is very well regarded amongst most people. I think they're like, yeah, it's a Batman movie, but it's not like, oh, well, this was really well done.
I've said it before, haven't I? The only good thing to come out of the Batman is Penguin.
Yeah.
So,
actually, though,
I mean, even the Batmobile sucked.
So wait for the Batman 2, and then we will have Batman Brave and the Bold introduced. Sure, but you understand what we're saying is in the sense of like Batman and Wonder Woman was a little bit more recent. It makes sense why they're not jumping on Wonder Woman because she had multiple films of her own. One that was really good and one that was the exact opposite. And it makes sense to kind of hold back on the Wonder Woman brand for a second. The Batman brand is just as, if not more important to DC in general. Batcave Academy. They're holding off on Brave and the Bold, and I think they're also holding a little bit off on Brave and the Bold because of Andy Muschietti and the way the Flash turned out. But then he just did Welcome to Derry the entire season and got season 2 greenlit. I think he's still just as good of a filmmaker as he was before. The Flash was
Well, I mean, I think a lot of the audience didn't like it when you have a microwave and a baby.
In your first 5 minutes of the movie too, and you're you're literally cringing in a weird way in the first
especially when you consider the fact that when the Flash runs, he creates lightning, so you keep thinking that actually that might not be a very good idea, because if it gets hit by some of his speed lightning or speed force, then just potential for something disastrous.
Well, and then they did even do the that was James Gunn's favorite part. Yes, it was. It was though. The ding in the microwave, I think, was James Gunn's favorite part. To add the cherry on top. But the ding for the regular audience was, he just killed that baby in the microwave? Is he going to open the microwave and there's just a exploded baby in there? What are we about to see? And then it's oh, it's perfectly fine. It's just, are we changing the laws of physics, or are we showing what the laws of physics look like when they're slowed down in a super sense? They were changing the laws of physics. They were not remotely worried about making, how's a superhero actually come to fruition for the average person, that was not
it's almost like they don't know how to handle a regular human being beating up superheroes or supervillains. It's not one of those weird things. Because Batman, he literally is just a man in a suit. Literally what he is.
Wealthy, really smart, really capable.
Yeah.
But just a man.
Has the ability to literally kill the Man of Steel, in his hands. It's just I don't know. Which he's done in the comics as well. I think he did it. I think Batman killed Superman in the comics as well as
a few times. Babylon, the Tower of Babylon series is cool, intense. It's my favorite DC one, honestly. It's Batman killing all of the Justice League, or at least them being aware that he's made contingent plans to kill all of them, which pisses them off. I think they
makes sense because Batman doesn't trust anyone.
He doesn't trust himself. He's got contingency plans for if he gets taken over as well.
Exactly.
We do.
I mean, look at what happens with Robin. He literally kicks him to the side when he does something wrong. And we saw that in, was it the Titans? Is it the Titans where it's following Robin and that group of kids? Yeah, and what does he become? The red cloak or something? The Red Hood?
Oh, Red Hood.
Yeah.
Which I do like that storyline, but it's very different. I'm going to be intrigued if they end up doing that at all.
Yeah. Be nice.
What do you think about this?
No, you think Affleck was crap? What about George Clooney?
See, I think Affleck was surprisingly, I don't think surprisingly necessarily, I think he actually did a really good Bruce Wayne and a really solid Batman. We just didn't get to see, I think the series, excuse me, the films that he was in didn't give him a chance to be a really good one, Monk gave us a longer one here. Whoa, God, here we go. One reason I like Gunn is his ability to introduce obscure characters that no one has ever heard of. He turned Rocket and Groot into box office draws. DC has plenty of characters that could benefit. Sure. But he doesn't know how to do that without adding... I understand the adding humor into things. And Groot and Rocket, thankfully, have enough tragic backstory where there was grounding there, too. There was not much grounding in Superman, and it doesn't seem like he wants to ground this world in any form of reality. And he doesn't have to, by any means. It's a superhero thing. It's all super, literally.
I'm sorry, but for me, the best Batman is Michael Keaton.
Oh, I'm with you. Michael Keaton and people... I think Heath Ledger's performance as the Joker is the best performance. I think the best Joker we have is still Jack Nicholson's Jack Napier.
Yeah. I mean, with Heath, weren't there reports that he was struggling to get out of character sometimes?
Well, definitely. And then his final film, people forget that he even did another film, but it was, wasn't it? I forget the full title, but of Dr. Parnassus, I think. I think it was Dr. Parnassus. It was like a semi-children's movie, but I think that is reportedly, at least, is what seemingly drove him over the edge. And his performance as the Joker in The Dark Knight is phenomenal.
Yeah, and one of the films, one of his films that I used to love was actually A Knight's Tale as well. I always loved that film.
It's so good.
Not great, fun. It's like listening to Queen. It's like being played, thumped out by a medieval crowd. Jesus Christ. I'm not going to sing that one.
I haven't seen this one. I've heard of it. I have not seen it though. Christian Bale is the best Bruce Wayne, Monk says. David agrees. He's you know what? Actually, no. I don't know. George Clooney actually does Bruce Wayne.
I can't imagine anyone else being the Dark Knight.
I think Michael Keaton's the most believable Bruce Wayne. Christian Bale is the most suave Bruce Wayne outside of George Clooney, and I do like Bruce Wayne as being suave. So I don't mind George Clooney as Bruce Wayne in certain moments. And then there's the rest of the movie. But
nice.
I'm with you.
Direct quote from A Knight's Tale. Thanks for that.
You've been weighed. You've been measured.
There was another quote that I like. It's like, God may be French, but Jesus was English.
Peter says Christian Bale as well. It's one note. Every movie's trying to relive Guardians of the Galaxy's greatest hits. Thank you, Alex. It is bastardized. Guardians was such a surprise hit that it has bastardized film since. Like, cinema has legitimately not been the same since Guardians. The films in the MCU that were being written as Guardians came out were really, really, really good for the next 2 years. From 2014 to 2016 were really good. That gets you all the way from like Winter Soldier to Civil War. That entire span of stuff, Ant-Man 2015, all that realm of things were really good. But every single thing after that, maybe a little less in Black Panther and a little less in Infinity War. And that's mostly, I believe, just because it's the Russos and Ryan Coogler who have so much of their own thing to say. And I love the rest of the directors they've used, but I think the studio heads and very much outside of Russo and the Russos and Coogler, have said, we want you to kind of Guardians it just a little bit. We want some more fun characters. We want a bigger ensemble. We want good growth and story, but we want that zaniness. We want that joke here. We want this here. We want this here. And where Marvel's been the biggest thing people have been going to see for the last 10, 12, 15 years at this point, it's bled into the rest of our media, and that bleeding is infected the rest of every studio wants their Marvel stuff. I mean, we saw Borderlands. That was just trying to be Guardians of the Galaxy. Supergirl is clearly trying to be Craig Gillespie's version of Guardian of the Galaxy. We could keep naming. There's every film in the last 10, 12 years has very, very much been how do we brighten this up a little bit?
How do we copy this?
And it sucks. I know you brought up a thing about Peacemaker earlier. The man turned Peacemaker into a hit show. How many people outside of the readers have ever heard of Peacemaker? Sure. That doesn't mean it's a good show. I know that opinion kind of goes all over the place. But yeah, Warner Brothers needed it after the Snyderverse. They wanted gun zaniness, and they needed it. Mm-hmm. I do like that he's allowing filmmakers under his banner at DC to make the type of genre project they want to make. Mm-hmm. James Gunn is the reason film is dying the way it is, though, in the last 10, 12 years. Everything has gone into that Guardians of the Galaxy filmmaking kind of style. Yeah. Everything's been Marvelized. And by Marvelization, they really mean Gunnification.
Because they keep trying to do that, to copy it, they haven't actually given themselves enough chance to like evolve to anything new. Because I mean, obviously, we've seen that the imagination in Hollywood when it comes to writing and creating, I think is very. I'd argue stagnated for the time being. We have a few good things, but it's like just
not everything.
Right? Not everything.
You have to say it like not everything, as in the vast majority of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we do have the diamonds in the rough, but I do feel that the imagination has stagnated a bit, and it needs to be revitalized in a way.
There are plenty of films and other genres that have been infected. By Gunn, but also horror movies immediately kind of make me think of this as well. There are a lot of small have not been infected. I don't know. I think you wrote it right the first time. Horror movies have done that a lot too. There's been elements that are like, oh well, we got to do this, and this here now. Paranormal activity.
Well, we've seen it with Scream. We've seen it with Scream. They're trying to go back and expand on the original, which is probably the best one of the lot. And they are failing. And the problem is, you instead of trying to relive a heyday, give us something new. Start with something new. Don't just give us the same thing, which is what they end up doing with all the Scream movies. Basically the same fucking thing.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think Monk actually proves what we're saying right here. Like specifically, all of these films, Hamnet, One Battle After Another, Sinners, Project Hail Mary, Sentimental Value, all of those films are people that are auteurs that are making films not outside of Hollywood, because they're making it for, the most pertinent aspects of Hollywood, the Academy, and so on and so forth. But they're not interested in the block. None of these are. Even though Sinners is made by Ryan Coogler, who makes a really cool project, they didn't know how it was going to do. They weren't going to be like, this is a blockbuster, None of these were made to be blockbusters. Even Sinners. It was made to be a good movie. All these people are focused on making.
Well, how do you make a blockbuster? You don't aim for the top, do you? You just somehow get there. You don't.
Well, and I think that's the biggest thing.
Is going to get you to the top. So,
Guardians was such a surprise hit.
Right?
Yeah, Guardians was such a surprise hit that this is generalizing a little bit. There are plenty of films outside of it, and that's why we're saying that just about every, it's.
There is a lot.
There are plenty of films outside of it that don't fit that. Nonetheless, those aren't the films audiences go to see anymore, because audiences are trained to go see the one type of film that comes out over and over again.
It's not only that, though. There are other reasons, but I'm not going to go into that. We'll end up on a more political view, and I don't want that.
Yeah. But
there are reasons. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
There are other reasons as well, but
I
will say that when you attack your audience, people that you're supposed to make entertainment to, the people that are supposed to be the ones paying for the ticket, don't expect that many to actually show up. That's all I'm saying.
Well, yeah, there's an essence of that to every side. Like the film's supposed to be supposed to push you a little bit, but you're not supposed to.
Acolyte was the perfect
people in the theater to have that emotional draw and push. Theaters have lessened because people are trained. Hey, I can wait 3 months now, and then I'm gonna get the same movie I watched last week. Just it's gonna be a different version of it here, There, of course, are the multitudes of films that are not that, but look at the box office of those films. People aren't going to see them. An easy example of that's The Rock. even though he's not doing the big old box office that he used to. You do a small movie with him, like Smashing Machine.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually doing his best. Nobody goes to see it. Yeah, make another Jungle Cruise movie. It'll still make $200-300 million. Oh, go see Moana live action. Go watch Moana 3 voice action, and he's gonna make triple, quadruple, tenfold, if not 20-fold what it was before, because people aren't poised to go see something new. Super Mario, Project Hail Mary lead the box office right now. Michael is third. 3 different kinds of movies, but let's take that sheen back and think about the gunnification of films real quick. These 3 films are very similar and Project Hail Mary does do it the best of the 3 here. Super Mario's interested in being a fun, zany movie for both kids and adults. Hit more of that teenage plus kind of thought process, whether it could be small, younger or not. It very much is. Super Mario is the definition of a gunnification movie. It does less story than Gun typically does, but it's more interested in wisecracking jokes. It's more interested in just kind of shooting forward, which, hey, pacing-wise, at least Super Mario didn't feel bogged down, but hell, Michael literally took Janet Jackson out of the story. It took multiple of the accusers out because the accusers or the accused out because they paid for it. It's talk about whether it's a good film or not and a good biopic or not. It is the definition of a glossed over, give you the fun, happy version of something, and then keep moving. Project Hail Mary has gunnification stuff too. The Martian is far more gritty than Project Hail Mary, and isn't it Artemis? I think is his other book. Where Project Hail Mary is amazing. I adore it. Yeah. You think Rocky would have been written the same way if he wrote that book before 2014? Do you think so? Like 100% honestly, or did Andy Ware say, you know what? Maybe everybody really likes all this lighthearted stuff right now. Let me make Rocky lighthearted. I think it was the right approach, but Rocky could pop up in any James Gunn movie, and I wouldn't be surprised. Rocky could be in Guardians of the Galaxy 4, and I'd be like, hell yeah. It wouldn't be out of place, and he would fit just fine. And that is a gunnification. Devil's Wear Prada is successful, different genre. Yes, but also it's very much the opposite in that sense. Again, that one is more along the Hamnets and sentimental values, one battle after another, Sinners even. It's almost more of a Sinners type of film there rather than a gunnification. So there are the diamonds in the rough. But I think that goes to show that it's the only people that are doing that are auteurs, and auteurs don't get the box office that they used to. Spielberg's the perfect example of that. He's an auteur filmmaker. Scorsese's an auteur filmmaker. Are they making their budgets back on their films? Hopefully for Disclosure Day, we'll see. Chris Nolan is the last of the Mohicans, really. Denis and Chris Nolan are the last of the Mohicans there. And I don't want to say it's one person's fault, but it's not, because it's not. But everybody has seen Gunn's formula, and it has now become Hollywood's formula rather than just Gunn's formula. And it has been the bastardization and has caused a lot of the downfall of what's happened in the city. And this is supposed to be the mecca of film and TV. And shit, this mecca, I could go to Georgia, New York, Fort Worth, Houston, Austin, London specifically, and half a dozen other places around the globe, if not the U.S., Chicago, and so on and so forth. It's I saw that. I was like, my brain just immediately started laughing. Definitely agree to disagree. Because I still love Gunn. I'm of multiple minds here. I just think I'd be remiss not to point out the writing on the wall that I see. Mm-hmm. You know, and same thing. Like earlier, kind of having this debate with Melvin about KK and Bob Iger.
Yeah,
I've never been to bat this much for Kathleen Kennedy.
But trust me, it wasn't an argument. You'd know if I was arguing. I'll tell you that.
Of course,
we were not arguing.
Yeah, it's just
we had a little bit of disagreement in in our beliefs on who is responsible for something, and it got a little bit loud, I guess, but it wasn't heated at all. So
no, and
this is what makes streaming fun. Sometimes you're going to have a little bit like that. Sometimes you'll get heated. Sometimes you'll have a hell of an argument.
Gotta draw that line in the sand every now and then.
Cross fingers, that never happens, but
sometimes you do. Sometimes it's fun.
The advantage is that we can both just do this, and it's just a bit of fun.
I was trying to figure out what to press next. I was like, do a sound or something. That was like to the point.
I'm just saying, because Harris may have made a huge mistake by giving me admin privilege behind the scenes.
Yeah, literally, whenever I walked away to get the Star Wars cookbook earlier, I heard you and Sarah go, and now we have the power. And in my brain, I was like, yeah, they technically have any and all the power they need right now. I can see people choosing theater instead of cinema as a night out. Legitimately, within the last week, I've seen just as much live theater as I have going to the cinema. And you know how much I like to go to the cinema, so.
Well, the problem is that for a start, films don't spend enough time in cinemas nowadays. In my opinion, I mean, we get one now and then that gets an extension, like Hail Mary did, got a longer extension. I don't know how long for, but you just don't get it. They're not long enough, and some people don't get a chance to because they might be too busy working and stuff like that, and they don't get to go and see it because it might be for a month, but they might not have the time off at any point in that month.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I remember what was it, 3 months or something like that? They used to be in the cinema in the 90s. But they were in the cinema for months, sometimes 6 months before they came out on video, or I think they came out on TV before they came out on VHS. Jesus.
Aye.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Crazy.
I can even do this.
That's what that's what I was thinking of. My brain wasn't farting for a second there. You were just talking about the release windows of things, and Narnia.
Yeah.
Chronicles of Narnia is not what it's going to be called now. Netflix and Greta Gerwig officially said it's just Narnia. And I think they actually did release a cast, which I'll be intrigued to look at it eventually. But they said, I think it's releasing, they moved it back from November. So now there's no reason Doomsday shouldn't move up to November. I'm just saying. But they moved Narnia, which is the Magician's Nephew, from November to February of 2027. And I think they said it was like May 4th or 5th or 6th or something like that, that it would be officially on, maybe it was like April 5th or something like that it will be on Netflix. So they're at least giving it like a month and a half, 2 months, which is more than I expected. I wish they'd give it 1.5 times that amount of time, but also Netflix, that's by far the longest they've ever put something in a movie theater. So please.
Hey, there may eventually be someone from Australia. We have no idea. We might meet someone from Australia who wants to start doing streams.
Well, we've had Nate before. Nate's always fun to hang out with. They're just Australia. The Australian times is just wild, man. Yeah. Those Australians, those Aussies. I love the Australians. They're fun people. Let's just get us a Kiwi. Let's go New Zealand. It's just that high pitch of New Zealand instead. Let's just go get Taika Waititi, and just hang out.
Who would want to hang out with Taika in the first place? I don't know.
I would. Hey, whether he's made the last few movies great,
I know you would. I know you would. You're in the industry, so you would want to hang out with people like that, so you get work.
See, my brain wasn't even. Usually, it's just jaded enough to always keep that in the back. I just want to hang out with Taika Waititi. Taika's great. The last few films of him have not been all that great, but prior to Jojo Rabbit, fantastic. Fantastic. One of my favorite filmmakers prior. And then we've gotten Ragnarok and Last Goal Standing, or Last Goal Wins, I believe is what it was. Not great. Not great there.
No.
Oh, no way, Monk. You treat me too well. You treat me too well. Ew. Yeah. What do I need to light up the ZPM again? Because that will be something I very quickly will try to do. What is David saying here? I watched Neighbours for 20 years, so I could be half Australian. So you say Neighbours, I think immediately Seth Rogen and Rose Byrne. It's in the package.
I think the last time I watched Neighbours, Holly Valance was in it.
Who?
Holly Valance.
Oh, is that the soap opera show from Australia that Margot Robbie started on and a few others?
Oh, I don't remember if Margot Robbie started on it. I don't remember. That was after I stopped watching it, I think. But we're talking about 90s. Somewhere in the 90s.
I just was looking through all my different tabs. We've gone from Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster to the George Lucas Museum to like literally 4 different things. Trying to add some color to your background. Oh. Thank you. Yeah, it's got a fun stuff on there. Got plenty of fun stuff. It's just kind of hard to see sometimes. Here, I'll stand up for the rest of the time so we can see some cool stuff. BB-8's hiding in front of the Zat gun today. I'm actually just going to stay right here. Hi. Well, we are about 2 hours into this puppy. What else shall we talk about before we jump out of here and prepare for Star Wars Day tomorrow?
I don't know. You got any ideas?
Not necessarily. Chat, if y'all want to toss anything our way, we are near the end of here. We can stay for a few minutes today. SciFiSundays, the show about nothing, just like Seinfeld. Damn right. We're just hanging. Getting ready for the week and recouping from the last one. You know what I didn't do is I didn't turn on my actual light. The last few minutes of the stream will have the actual ring light that's supposed to be on. Oops. A little better lit now. Margot was in Neighbours. Okay, I recognize what you're talking about then, because a few other Australian actors, I believe, have gotten their start there.
I actually remember watching the Kylie Minogue wedding on Neighbours.
I don't know who that is, but Minogue, whenever you say that, makes me go immediately into another Taika Waititi and Jermaine Clement project and think of What We Do in the Shadows.
You don't know who Kylie Minogue is?
Do
you know her sister, Danny Minogue? No? Pop stars? No? Jesus Christ. I must be old.
Minogue pop stars. Kylie Minogue. Bringing her up real quick.
Yep, she's had some work done, by the way.
No, I couldn't.
You know, the Locomotion.
Her movies. Yeah.
You not know the Locomotion?
There's Street Fighter and Biodome. San Andreas.
Do you not know Locomotion, the popular song from like the 80s? I'm pretty sure you must have heard it somewhere.
I'm pretty positive. I don't. How's it go? Okay, I was about to ask if Chris Hemsworth as well. Okay, cool. Oh. What do you think of Jared Leto as Skeletor?
Here's the funny thing. Here's the funny thing. If we were on Twitch right now, we could set it up so that when someone uses their points, you could actually literally have a jump scare come up on the screen.
That would be a fun Discord thing. Because Discord, I know Chaz used to be able to set a bunch of things up like that. That'd be kind of a fun thing to do.
I don't know. I've kind of avoided anything about it. So
I don't know. I'm excited for Leto as Skeletor. I think he will do a good job. Yeah, he's a bit creepy. He's a little bit of an interesting individual, they say.
Yeah.
I think he's still a solid actor. Not all the time, sure, but solid. Dang.
Yeah, a lot of the Australian actors out of Australia have been in Neighbours or Home Alone. Not Home Alone. Home and Away. I was trying to think of. That was another one, kind of like Neighbours.
It's been going on for like 40, 50 years, right? It's like a really long
it's just moved. It's just moved over to streaming. I think. I think there was a long pause, but it's got a comeback now. And I can't remember, is it on Netflix or Amazon? I can't remember. But it's moved over to streaming platforms now instead of being on terrestrial.
Well, honestly, that should probably do better for them at this point. USA is a foreign planet, methinks. At times, methinks so too. Amongst two favorite Leto movies, Fight Club and Lord of War. Ooh, if you had to, just off the top of your dome, give us two favorite Letos. I'm going to go Dallas Buyers Club for sure. It's not a movie I'll go back and seek out watching often, but his performance in it's just that damn good.
There are just two rules about joining the Fight Club.
There are two. Yeah. You're not supposed to talk
about Fight Club. The second one is never talk about Fight Club.
My second Leto movie is going to be Morbius. No, it's not. I don't know. I'm trying to think of another one off the top of my head that I actually thoroughly enjoy. I'd probably say American Psycho. Him in American Psycho talking about his business cards being eggshell versus egg white or whatever, is always great.
Yeah.
Seeing Christian Bale just slowly break behind that facade I love it. Oh, and Blade Runner 2049. Oh, Monk, that's a great. Maybe more so than American Psycho for me. Yeah. Do you have any two off the top of your dome?
No.
You're just that big of a fan of Jared Leto that everything he does, you're there for day one in a movie theater, and you adore.
Well, no,
right?
because you mean you're talking about things that I probably don't know that he made them, that sort of thing. Maybe there was a film that I might have watched that I might have liked, but I didn't like it enough to look up who made it, that sort of thing.
That makes sense.
At the time, because I might have seen them a long time ago when, before I even got into YouTube. So, yeah. No, I probably just don't realize who made it, whether it's a good film or not.
That's why you have my crazy encyclopedia over here of a brain, just to toss it out there. And if it's wrong, just Google.
But you know more about the industry than I do. You're part of it, in a way.
Yep.
Or essentially. So,
Yeah, Requiem for a Dream is also disturbing, but so damn good. I'd put it in the same category as Dallas Buyers Club, but I like his performance in Dallas Buyers Club. It's intense. Yeah, but there was one other thing I think Monk said that was a good little topic before we jumped out of here. What does the group want the Chevron Award statue to look like? Well, we're thinking about it because I don't know if Cassie's still here or not. But I'm going to shoot another little thing out of here. One second. Well, yeah, what do you want the logo to look like then? Not the logo, excuse me. What do we want the awards to look like?
I mean,
you would have been proud of me, Cassie, and I shot.
I'd say it's a Chevron Award, so it's got to have a chevron shape involved, obviously. But other than that, I don't know. But
well, chevron shape. I do like the idea of some franchises at the base, and them being, the franchises we talk about.
Yes, obviously.
Stargate, Star Trek, Star Wars, The Expanse, maybe a little something, a little Fallout. Past that, I think that'd be pretty solid.
I mean, imagine if the Golden Globes award wasn't a globe of it. You know?
But also, we don't want to overcomplicate it so much that Monk's printer decides to just break on us.
Yeah.
Be like, okay, I can do about half of what y'all want to do right there. Any news in the new Blade Runner series coming out? I am not privy to any. If so, whatchamacallit? You did have an article to talk about, didn't you? Did you have that ready to bring up about the Skeleton Crew season 2? It looks like Skeleton Crew season 2 is most likely already in production, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. Sure, bring it up again.
I see. Okay, I see. That's right. Okay. Yeah, because we talked about Matt and Chaz being able to do that. Chevron Awards is a box of live primetime, and it's a trap. Okay. We got this. It's going to look cooler this time. Almost look cooler. It does not look all that cool on camera. I was hoping. Oh god, Plo Koon fell out too.
Yeah.
We killed a Jedi. It's Order 66.
This is what I found. I didn't pull it up. It just automatically seemed to pull it up on the screen for some reason. So I was going to preload it, ready to go, but it just popped straight up. Nice. But this is the AI review on Google, which generally gets it right because it looks at sources of everything. So
it's typically an amalgamation, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, it's the Star Wars Skeleton Crew season 2 is. Yeah, I'm sorry about my reading. If it gets terrible, it will get terrible at some point. It's reportedly in early development, with Production Weekly listing it as in development as of February 2026. Now, there's been no official. While it's not officially confirmed by Lucasfilm, showrunners have ideas for the continuation. So it's not official yet, but to be honest, I don't think there's any reason for it not to be. And considering that there have been ideas for it thrown around Lucasfilm, and rumors have a basis at times, right? So.
It didn't remotely get enough viewing minutes or hours, I think, to be renewed for a season 2, sadly.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was so tertiary due to the Acolyte that they might be willing to give it a second chance. I don't think Mando season 3 views really helped.
I've always said Skeleton Crew is underrated. It didn't get the views it deserved.
I think for quality-wise, in recent memory, Andor than Skeleton Crew. I think quality-wise, I think Skeleton Crew is only second to Andor. And I really hope they put that type of effort back into it, because the showrunner, I believe that you'd be mentioning here, would be David Lowery, right? The guy that did The Green Knight, and there's another movie out right now. What else does he have out right now? David Lowery, hold up.
Well, they don't say anything about the actual showrunner.
Mother Mary is his movie, that's right.
Yeah.
And Skeleton Crew has gained traction among fans. It's definitely grown over time, which has been a good thing.
Like I said, I mean, I think because it came out after Acolyte, I think that kind of affected it in a huge way.
In a big way.
People watched Acolyte and they just had no interest in Skeleton Crew.
Mando season 3 hurt Acolyte, and then Acolyte killed Skeleton Crew.
Yeah. But I think they understand.
They're indifferent.
And I think that that's the whole point. If Skeleton Crew season 2 will be a step in that direction. You know, we need good Star Wars. We don't want anything like the Star Wars we've had, because I mean, God bless some people that love the sequels. I don't love them so much.
No.
And there are reasons. I don't like the Mary Sue aspect of things like that. I mean,
Rey has the potential to be just as good of a character as Ripley from Aliens, and
yeah,
they didn't do any of the effort necessary to remotely try to make her that phenomenal or that memorable or that capable as a character. It's really a disservice to first and foremost Daisy Ridley and the actress.
Daisy is a talented actress. I mean, the stuff she's been in, she is really talented. But the problem is, because of Star Wars, I think that it's affected her career, and that's an issue for me, because she is a talented actress.
She is. She really is. Even then, though, as much as they could very easily have switched the entire thing around, I think we talked about it. Hey, literally what we were saying, Cassian. If they would have just utilized, if in Force Awakens, Rey got the lightsaber instead of Finn at the beginning, and then they switched off to Finn instead of Rey, I think that would have leaned more into what the marketing kind of portrayed the film to be. And I think it's a more interesting story going forward at the same time. Having a Force-sensitive stormtrooper that abandons his post and says, this is not right, you know? The Force is female, don't you know? Yep. Rey and Ripley in the same sentence. I know.
Well,
Last Jedi has made Star Wars.
If you think that Ripley is Mary Sue, if you thought Ripley was the Mary Sue, then it's the same thing done in the right way. That's the difference, right? I mean, there's a huge difference between them, but if you consider them both to be like the Mary Sue, then they screwed up with Daisy.
Yeah, it's just an oddball. I really hope Filoni is able to kind of take Star Wars out of the hunch it's been in for the last few years. Mm-hmm. There's potential to. There's potential that he just does animation. I mean, we know how excited he is for Ahsoka season 2 and to try to continue the Thrawn kind of discussion and stuff that's been going on. So I think he'll be really trying to wet his paws with live action. I think there will still be plenty of animation. I just hope we can get the hell out of Skywalker stuff sooner than later. And I feel weird even saying that. But it's also so bogged down that it hurts just as much as it helps the entirety of the Star Wars franchise at this point.
Yep.
I say that with the Skywalker freaking lineage right here, Like, it's... As much as I love the Skywalker
you're right, we can move away from the Skywalker saga. The Skywalker saga is finished. The sequel trilogy is sort of that. Essentially, but yeah, and space whales. We need more space whales, right? Space whales.
Always
right?
Need more space whales. Yeah, I don't know what exact genre it is. I mean, excuse me, genre. My favorite subgenre of sci-fi is space whales now. Whether it be Star Trek, Star Wars, maybe Moya a little bit in Farscape. Stargate doesn't have space whales. Yes, they kind of have Leviathan. Leviathan are kind of space whales. The Wraith ships, they just happen to be evil space whales.
Well, they're bio. They're not really whales. They're bug-like. So there's a difference.
Yeah, it's just the closest thing I could come up with. I was raging a little bit.
Yeah.
Oops.
They are grown.
Avatar space whales. Well, of course we have Avatar. They're not space whales, but the Tulakan is Stargate Infinity. Tulakan are the whales. Tulakan are the whales. I'm OCD. I got to look it up real quick just to make sure I got it right. Tulakan Avatar. Tulkun. Sorry, I was close. Tulkun. Tulkun. You got to know all the random sci-fi stuff. It's really most important to keep all of that stuff in the brain.
It's probably better to know about the good sci-fi stuff, to be honest.
Yeah, you gotta have references all around.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah.
Space whales. Well, in the new season we get galaxy hippos. What? In the new season of what? Oh, mall? I mean, if there are hippos in mall, I do love hippos. I swear, I think I have a hippo in here too. No, the hippo's in my room. Never mind.
Let's see you, Peter.
Yep, see ya. We're 2 hours, 15 minutes in here. We are just hanging out at this point. Monk, we will continue.
Vulcan-like eyebrows raising. From this angle, my eyebrows are very Vulcan-esque. Or Romulan, that sticks out a bit. Long eyebrow.
Melvin. Space whales are the new dragons.
No, they are not. Leave my dragons alone. Space whales.
Yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and start wrapping things up around these
So
parts.
that was a little teaser of space whales do not exist. Leave my dragons alone. Dun, dun, dun.
I don't know. I was about to ask about another 4 questions. Really, though, housekeeping for the week. Tomorrow is May the 4th. It's Star Wars Eve, y'all.
Yes.
So we will, of course, be doing our Patreon stream for Farscape to start the morning off. Hopefully, by the time we're done with that, which should be about 12:31-ish Pacific Standard Time over here, that should allow Star Wars Day, at least announcements-wise, to have happened. And then, depending on how long Maul is, I have a class from 4 to 6 tomorrow. So that might put a little bit of a damper in things. But I will do the 2.5, 3 hours that Maul necessitates, either in between Farscape Patreon and my 4 to 6 p.m. class, or right after 6 p.m., probably about a 6:30, 7, something like that. I'll jump on here, and for the next 2-3 hours, we'll dive into as much Maul as possible. Well, I mean, we're going to finish Maul, and then as much news as possible, realistically. Space whales from Ahsoka, dude. The Purgle. The Purgle, baby. I love the Purgle. They're my favorite of the space whales. Might be biased.
Everyone either loves or hates a good space whale.
You know. And we'll have those space whale debates forevermore. It'll be great. But yeah, Star Wars Day tomorrow, Farscape Patreon as well tomorrow. Keep your eyes out for the entire watch party of Maul. I have yet to see any of the series so far. So we're literally going to be doing episode 1 through, I think, episode 10. They're releasing 9 and 10 either midnight tonight or sometime through the morning. I don't remember exactly.
It's probably midnight for you, isn't it?
Besides that, though, Wednesday we're going to have SciTrek Maneuver. Thursday we'll be back for Creatures and Cryptids. Friday we'll be back for Paradise on the Radical Wasteland podcast. We'll see you again in a week on SciFiSundays, of course. Some of Harris's brain cells may not survive watching all of the Maul stuff, but that's a risk we're willing to take. That's why I left like 30, 45 minutes after class. I was like, just so I can go get some food and water real fast first. Because I'll die by the end of the stream, maybe. It'll be a long one. Going to mail your package. We'll see you later. Oh, Monk, you treat me too well. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'm actually so excited. BB-8 was hiding Zat Nicotel back here. But we got stuff going on. Australia got it first. Lucky ducks, they say. Lucky ducks. Besides that, Melvin, where can folks go find you?
Well, you can find me on Quest.rc. I haven't done a lot on that channel, but I'll be hopefully doing a live tomorrow on G30 on my Quest G30 channel, because we have an update for Space Engineers that's coming out tomorrow at 5 p.m. So I've got to discuss something with my faction buddies there to see whether they're okay with me doing live streams with them involved. So yeah, it's gonna be fun because it's an official public server that we play on. So yeah, see how that goes.
That sounds groovy like a drive-in movie, they say. Yeah, that is it for us. Y'all know where to find us for the rest of this week. Star Wars tomorrow, Farscape tomorrow, SciTrek Maneuver for Star Trek Wednesday, Thursday, Creatures and Cryptids, talking about are dragons factual or science fiction purely? Why does every single civilization on this planet have something to do with dragons and have a pass in that? Is there something based in fact, or is it just some science fun? We'll figure that out. For Friday,
That's
of course, in
Give
Paradise.
it away. Give every single bit away. Honestly,
You
it's
gotta
going
have
to be
the
a great.
juice ready.
It's going to be a great
Pull some
argument.
with some ropes, you know.
It's going to be a great argument. If you want to see us argue, there you go.
Well, I don't know. I might actually be a little bit in agreement. I'm intrigued. It's just gonna be a fun one. Because where there's smoke, there be fire. Typically, so
And where there's
we'll
fire, there be dragons.
and where there's fire, there be dragons.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
Well, we've got to end it with Sarah hugging old Chewy over here. Just that was actually pretty good.
Okay.
You mean on Wednesday it's Battle Greg Day? We shall see. We shall see. You know we love and appreciate y'all. We will see you all throughout the week. Tomorrow, I hope you all have the best Star Wars day possible. It's going to be a fun.
Yeah, and for sure, May the 4th be with you always.
May the 4th be with you.
Use the 4th, Harris. Use the 4th.
May the Schwartz be with you. Actually, we can say that again this year. Spaceballs 2. Hey, we're going to celebrate maybe some Spaceballs on Star Wars Day. Is that a... How do we do that? We'll figure it out. All that being said, y'all know we love and appreciate y'all. Stay cosmic, SciTrekkers. And we will see you in the next video.